Botswana, a beacon of democracy in Africa, is at a crossroads. Its youth, vibrant, determined, and fed up, are taking to the streets. Why? Broken promises, unfulfilled dreams, and a government struggling to deliver. Today, we dive into Botswana's challenges, the protests shaking the nation, and what it all means for the future of its young people. Let's get started. Segment 1, the spark of the protests. Botswana's youth are rising. Just months ago, President Duma Boko and his Umbrella for Democratic Change coalition swept into power, ending the Botswana Democratic Party's 58-year rule. Their campaign? A bold promise to transform lives, especially for young people. The headline pledge? A P2 500 monthly allowance for tertiary and vocational students. But as of August 2025, that promise remains unfulfilled, and students are done waiting. Their chant? Keep your promise! This isn't just about money, it's about trust. The youth who were instrumental in Boko's victory feel betrayed. Botswana's youth unemployment rate is staggering, hovering around 45% in 2023, according to Bait magazine. Combine that with a diamond market slump that's tanked economic growth, and you've got a generation desperate for opportunity. The P2 500 allowance was supposed to be a lifeline, but with no clear timeline for delivery, frustration is boiling over. Segment 2. The bigger picture, broken promises beyond thee. It's not just the student allowance. Opposition leader Duma Boko has called out President Boko for failing to deliver on other key pledges from the UDC manifesto, like a P4, 000 minimum wage, and P1, 800 for old age pensioners. In his response to Boko's State of the Nation address, Salashando said, "He's gone silent on the pledges. The question is whether he's committed." Ouch. Vice President Ndaba Gaulata has admitted the government's in a tough spot. The situation is worse than we thought, he said, pointing to dire national finances. The UDC inherited an economy battered by a 48% drop in diamond sales and a lack of diversification. But for young people, these sound like excuses. They want action, now. And it's not just students. Anti-corruption protests led by activists like Settlehomo Chwanalong are gaining momentum, demanding accountability for alleged looting under the previous administration. The youth are saying enough is enough. They want jobs, transparency, and a government that keeps its word. Segment 3, Voices from the Ground. Let's hear from the youth themselves. On X, students are sharing their stories. One user posted, "We voted for change, but where's the P2 500? We can't afford rent, food, or books." Another said, "Boko was our hero, but now he's dodging us." These aren't just complaints. They're a cry for a future that feels out of reach. We're not here to cause trouble. We're here because we believed in the promise of a better Botswana. Deliver it! This anger is fueling a broader movement. The University of Botswana's student movement was key in mobilizing voters in 2024, and now they're leading the charge on the streets. As one activist put it, this is the breaking point for Botswana's youth. The question is, will the government listen? Segment 4, can Botswana's youth shape the future? Despite the challenges, Botswana's youth are not just protesting, they're innovating. From tech startups to community initiatives, young Botswana are stepping up, but they need support. The UDC has promised 100,000 jobs in their first year and 500,000 over 5 years, alongside reforms like a national health insurance scheme and judicial modernization. Big ideas, but can they deliver? Botswana's youth are showing the world what democracy looks like, holding leaders accountable and demanding change. This isn't just about a P2 500 allowance, it's about a generation fighting for their place in a nation that's promised them so much. President Boko has a chance to turn this around, but time is running out. As one protest sign read, "From placards to progress," closing call to action. Botswana's youth are speaking loud and clear. Will their leaders listen? What do you think? Can the government deliver, or are these just more broken promises? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you stand with Botswana's youth, and subscribe for more stories on Africa's rising generation. This is WorldWire TV News, bringing you the pulse of the continent. Until next time, keep questioning, stay informed.